Hi there people, how's it going? This is Cross the Rubicon channel. I'm here in Mary Cancross Park, somewhere near or on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. It's beautiful. I'll just show you around if you can just see this. Hopefully you can hear me. It's full of spiders that bite and snakes, if I'm honest. This walking path here, you're not to deviate, just in case. Now the reason for this video, I had someone sent me an article this morning. I forget where it was, but I'll leave a link below. You can check it out yourself. And the article is basically comes out of New Zealand, and the Ministry of Internal Affairs in New Zealand is going to be, well, like the Ministry of Truth, straight out of 1984, and they are going to be checking people's thinking and censoring people to the tune of and exceeding $200,000 for wrong speech or basically upsetting someone online. $200,000 plus. I know what this is about. This is about the government, New Zealand government, putting someone in power of that position, Ministry of Truth, where they decide whether they're going to fine someone $200,000 plus for wrong speak, basically. They're scaring people into silence. That's what they're doing. And honestly, we can't have this, people. We can't have this. Surely, people of New Zealand, we can't be happy with this, no matter what side of the fence you are. But that's what they're talking about. Now, this article I read, it's scary stuff. It's really scary stuff. And I believe, and I've got to say it, I believe New Zealand is being used as a guinea pig, a test case for the rest of the Western world. It's our fault, people. It's our fault. The majority of New Zealanders are complacent, and we still do continue to do. We're voting people into government who are doing this kind of thing, and they are supporting this kind of thing, and we keep voting them in. So we are to blame for this happening in New Zealand, and we are to blame for the drive by radical, extremist, elite Maori in Iwi and Maori Party, Maori Caucus, driving this co-governance 50-50, which is 100%. It's not 50-50, it's 100% control of New Zealand. And because we have been conditioned to loathe ourselves, and be reticent to call it out, they're taking full advantage. Can we blame them for taking advantage of our own weakness? Because it is. This is our fault, because we keep doing the same thing over and over. Like Einstein's theory of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. We've got to really think about what we're doing this year in the election in New Zealand, because even the ones that are vying to get into Parliament now, listen to what they say. They are saying no different. They are offering no alternative at all. They are too scared to say the things I say. They are too scared to say the things Julian Batchelor says. And if you want to vote for people in New Zealand, if you want to keep voting for these same politicians, and even the ones that are up and coming, if you want to keep voting for them, then nothing is going to change. It's going to get worse. You got to think of the way you vote, should I say? Because once these people get into Parliament, they'll just do as they're told. They'll sit down like little boys, collect their money, and say and do nothing. And it continues. What is needed, what is really needed in Parliament in Wellington are firebrands that are going to take on these politicians in government and these radical extremist Maori elites who are taking advantage of the weakness, and it is weakness, people, the weakness and apathy of the vast majority of New Zealanders who think, oh, she'll be right. But it's not. It's not. They are ripping the country apart for billions and billions. And they are soon to get all the water in New Zealand. They're coming for everything. They're going to get 100% control of the country. And by voting the same people again and again and again into office, it's just going to get worse. These politicians that are vying for power, you know who they are, I'm not going to mention names, who are starting new parties. They won't say anything against the United Nations, the WHO, the WEF, these multinational NGOs who are nation destroyers. They won't say nothing against them. They won't even mention them. They're the people you don't want there. The ones that will say it. And they'll say things against these corporations. United Nations, WHO, and especially the WEF. They're the ones, the firebrands you want in Parliament, because they're the ones that are going to take on your Willie Jacksons and your Maori Waititis, your Debbie Packers, the far left, the climate change lunatics that are going to destroy lives in New Zealand, destroy all industry. The ones that are calling for 15-minute cities. If you want that, then vote. Keep voting the way you do. And you're going to lose your country. And tell you what, New Zealanders are going to become Australia's Mexicans in a few years' time. Do you want that? Do you really want that? Because that's what's going to happen. Okay? That's my video for today. This is Cross the Rubicon. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel and share this video everywhere. See you later.